Ever wondered why your thoughts sometimes feel like a storm you can't control? What if I told you that understanding how your mind works could change the way you think forever? Welcome to part 1 of the Science of Thinking, a simple guide to how your mind works. We're going to explore the most powerful tool you have: your own mind. Your mind is like a hidden universe inside your head. It controls everything you do, your decisions, your emotions, and even your habits. But most people go through life without truly understanding how it works. That's why we often feel overwhelmed, stressed, or stuck in negative thinking loops. First, let's understand the two main parts of your mind: the conscious and the subconscious. Your conscious mind is what you're aware of: your thoughts, your focus, and the choices you make on a daily basis. Think of it like the driver of a car. You decide where to go, which direction to turn. But here's the catch: your subconscious mind is like the engine. It runs automatically and controls 90 to 95% of what you do. It stores all your memories, habits, beliefs, and emotions, even things you're not aware of, like your reactions to stress, fear, or happiness, come from this hidden part of your mind. When you understand that your subconscious shapes most of your thoughts and actions, you gain a huge advantage. You can start recognizing patterns in your thinking. You can identify negative beliefs holding you back. And most importantly, you can train your mind to work for you, not against you. A simple example: imagine you want to wake up early and be productive. Your conscious mind says, "I'll wake up at 6 a.m., but your subconscious mind, stuck in old habits, says, "Nope, sleep in." Until you understand this, it feels like your mind is sabotaging you. Once you understand it, you can slowly reprogram your subconscious with small habits, positive thoughts, and consistency. By the end of this video, I want you to see your mind as a friend, not an enemy. When you understand its rules, you can guide your thoughts, control your emotions, and make better choices every day. So, take a moment and ask yourself, am I letting my mind control me, or am I learning to control my mind? Your brain is like a supercomputer, but most people are using only a tiny fraction of its power. Today, we'll uncover how your brain really processes information and how understanding it can change your life. The science of thinking. In the last video, we talked about the conscious and subconscious mind. Today, we're going to dive deeper and understand how your brain actually processes information. Think of your brain as a giant library. Every experience, every memory, every thought is like a book stored on a shelf. When you need to make a decision or recall information, your brain goes to that shelf, finds the right book, and gives you the answer. But here's the catch: sometimes the books are misplaced, incomplete, or even outdated. That's why we forget things, make mistakes, or jump to wrong conclusions. Your brain processes information in 3 main steps: input, storage, and output. Input is everything you see, hear, or experience. Storage is how your brain organizes these experiences into memories. Output is how you respond your thoughts, your decisions, your actions. Here's the human value part. Understanding this process helps you take control of your mind. For example, if you know that your brain tends to store negative experiences more strongly than positive ones, you can actively focus on positive experiences, gratitude, and learning. This simple shift rewires your brain to work for you, not against you. Another important concept is cognitive bias, your brain's shortcuts to process information quickly. While these shortcuts save energy, they can also lead to mistakes. For instance, jumping to conclusions about someone before knowing the full story is a bias. By being aware of these tendencies, you can make better decisions in life, relationships, and work. Here's a practical tip. Try active reflection. At the end of the day, take 5 minutes to review your thoughts and decisions. Ask yourself, did I make choices based on facts or assumptions? Did I focus on what really matters? This simple habit strengthens your brain's output process and improves your clarity over time. Remember, your brain is your most valuable tool. By understanding how it takes in, stores, and outputs information, you gain the power to think smarter, act wiser, and live a more intentional life. Did you know your emotions are secretly controlling most of your decisions without you even realizing it? Today, we'll uncover how your feelings shape your thoughts and how to take back control. Now. It's time to talk about something even more powerful: your emotions. Your mind doesn't just think, it feels. Emotions are like the invisible fuel that drives your thoughts, decisions, and behaviors. When you're happy, your brain works creatively and easily solves problems. When you're stressed or anxious, even simple decisions can feel overwhelming. Here's the human value. Most people think they are making logical decisions, but emotions secretly influence almost everything we do. Imagine trying to argue with someone. When you're angry, you'll probably say things you regret. Or imagine making a financial decision. When you're anxious, you might avoid taking opportunities that could change your life. Recognizing this connection is the first step toward emotional mastery. Here's how it works. Emotions are processed in the amygdala, the emotional center of your brain. This part reacts instantly, even before your conscious mind fully understands what's happening. That's why you sometimes feel fear, excitement, or stress before you can explain why. Meanwhile, your conscious mind, the rational thinker, tries to make sense of it. When the amygdala and conscious mind are out of sync, confusion and impulsive decisions happen. So how can you take control? A simple technique is pause and label your emotion. For example, if you feel frustrated, say to yourself, I am feeling frustrated because of this situation. Just naming the emotion activates your rational brain and gives you a moment to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. Another tip is emotional journaling. Spend a few minutes each day writing down what you felt, why you felt it, and how you responded. Over time, you'll start noticing patterns, understanding triggers, and gaining control over your thoughts and actions. Remember, your emotions are not your enemy, they're signals. When you understand their role in thinking, you gain clarity, self-control, and better decision-making.